Hello and welcome to the 40th edition of Alopecia in Life. My name is Christine and I am grateful, as always, to have you with me. It's June 28th, 2023, and 5 days ago, I was sitting in a huge theater with my parents and family watching my nieces at their dance recital. It was intermission. I was checking my phone, my email, and I noticed that on Friday afternoon, the communications director for NAAF had posted a very wonderful announcement that I wanted to share with you all in case you haven't heard the good news that the FDA on Friday approved the second treatment for alopecia areata. It's called Litfulo, which I don't know where they come up with these names, but that's the name of the drug. There's Olumiant, and now we have Litfulo. Its generic name is rituximab, I believe, and it's approved for people ages 12 and up. So if Olumiant didn't work for you, as it did not for me, we now have a second option. And I think it's so wonderful that within the course of time that I've been posting these videos, my 40th vlog, after 4 or 5 years that I've been doing this, I can say that we have two treatments at last. At least we have a treatment, or at least one treatment. We have two now. It's just wonderful. Two treatments, whereas before we were just left to our own devices and feeling as though, at least for me, speaking on my behalf, that there was just really no hope that the condition would change. So it's really exciting news. I wanted to pass it along. Certainly, I advocate that you check out the National Alopecia Areata Foundation's website at naaf.org to get all the latest information about this treatment. They also have a doctor finder, a dermatologist finder, I recently discovered in their new iteration of their website. So, depending on where you live, there might be someone, a provider in your area, who could prescribe this drug for you. Um, and so there's just lots of resources on NAAF's website. Um, and I just wanted to celebrate with you guys because it's just so wonderful that we have this news. I've been thinking about what this means for me, uh, having lived with alopecia chronically as a condition for the last 18 years of my life, and thinking about how life could suddenly be different with hair. Um, and it's an interesting thought process that I've gone through thinking about how, I think for so long I've really been steeling myself against hope, not wanting to think that life could be different, not wanting to have um, that faith that my life could return to the normal that I knew 18 years ago. Um, it's also put things in perspective a little bit to think that someday I could have hair again and to wonder about what all this was for, these last 18 years, what was the point, if there is to be a point in any of this. I was talking with someone recently who was lamenting his own struggles in life, and he said, um, I just, at the end of the day, I don't really understand the point. Except for the fact that, when things change, I'll appreciate my life all the more because I did without this particular thing for so long. And I've been thinking about that, and I thought, I think for me, I have to see that there is a point. I have to see that there is a purpose in some way in um, everything that I've gone through with losing my hair, because otherwise, it would just feel really empty and meaningless. And I need to find the meaning in this experience. So, come what may, maybe Litfulo will be my miracle drug. Maybe Illumiant will. Who knows? I doubt it. But Or maybe the next drug that they come up with will be the miracle for me. And there should be a third FDA approved drug coming to market this year. I know that that has been NAAF's goal to have at least 3 treatments in 2023. So, anyway, um, I digress. The what I was saying was, if I think about this experience as being meaningless, I just can't do that to myself. And ironically, today, I was reading the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. Amazing stuff. Every day of the year, he has an entry, something to meditate on, which I do as often as I'm able to. And today's entry I thought was very fitting for the message I wanted to impart in this vlog, this very special vlog announcing the second treatment for people with alopecia. And as I reflected on what this journey has meant to me, especially perhaps this time next year when I have a full head of hair, who knows? Um, there is one passage in this June 28th entry entitled All That We Are Not. And it talks about discernment being a process of letting go of what we are not. And I'll just read one sentence that struck me, that I'll leave with you for whatever it's worth. The many ways we suffer, both inwardly and outwardly, are the chisels of God, freeing the thing of beauty that we have carried within since birth. So, with that, I wish you well. I want to thank you, as always, for joining me. Check out my blog where I will have a narrative about this video and links to the other resources that you might find helpful through NAAF. And remember, especially on this day, that there is a lot of life to live and a lot of love to give, even when you don't have hair. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.